Greetings, everyone. It's Meteorologist Jim Caldwell here in the Alert Center for WKYT. That is where we are, and we're talking weather. Got some showers and quite a bit of it out there. Already picking up a couple of inches of rain in many areas around here, just from this event, not from the last event, just this one. Now, a lot of us are less than that, but on the extreme side. I've got some totals out in western Kentucky that are about 4.5 inches in 48 hours. So most of that falling since last night. So what we've got here is more rain working through the area. Now you're going to get to the backside of it. And in Lexington, we're almost there. We're out of the heavy stuff. Now that's one thing about it. It's a lot lighter than anything that we get from this point forward. Let's look at it. Right there is that solid soaker of rain. At times, we've had some scattered thunderstorm activity embedded within the main line. It's a good slow moving round of rain. Get this to us back in the summer, and we're in pretty good shape because we went through some pretty long dry periods. But right now, we don't really need a whole lot of rain. We're in pretty good shape, but it's always helpful. We check and see temperatures. We're in the 40s, we're in the 50s, we even have 30s in northern parts of Kentucky. Lexington, you still have that little bit of moisture out there, and it's not much, but it's enough to keep us damp. Some more stuff around Richmond, down to Mount Vernon, and beyond. You got that heavier push, London, Manchester, and then up to Jackson as well. No thunderstorm activity out there right now, but don't be surprised if you don't hear a rumble, especially if you're in the eastern portions of Kentucky. That's still a possibility out there. And they got a nice little leading edge on this with some gustier winds going into Letcher, Harlan counties. And there you see the bigger push and all that moisture down to our south. Now once this, again, clears out, we are quiet from any major rain until next week. What we get, though, as you'll see here with this hour by hour, some early morning flakes of snow. You see that? Just a little bit of activity coming into play. I've got some flakes here, I've got some flakes there, wintry stuff coming, okay? Just light. But we go on into your Friday, and that's where we find another system rolling in from the northwest skies. That should bring more snow potential. Now that has at least a little bit of accumulation possible with it. I'm not saying it's a lot, but it's a little bit. The trends, and that's what we're looking at here. And this is updating right now, so we'll get a new one of these when I go back on television at noon. Quarter of an inch, half inch, maybe up to an inch. That's the GFS, the NAM. It's a little more aggressive, and sometimes it does this. It'll try to blow some of the totals up, so I don't always immediately trust it because it does do that. But you can see some of the numbers, half inch up to an inch and change. So that's what we're looking at with this particular setup. All right, let's go lighthearted for a second here, and let's bring out the naughty or nice meter for 2024. How do I do it? I base it on weather and whether it's naughty or nice. This time of year, a little snow on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day can go a long way. That would be actually a nice thing because out of any time of year, this is the only time you ever hear people say, sure would love for some snow to fall today or on Christmas, is what I'm saying. But, I jumped ahead by accident. Let me go back. All right, that's 2 days in a row I've hit a button by accident over here. But anyway, there you see what I'm talking about. And naughty is just Chris because he's always the mean one. So we put him on that side. He's over on the left. And you see that. And then you've got no snow, wet weather. That's why we're going with the naughty forecast for this Christmas. Here's what Christmas Eve, Christmas Day actually looks like when we pull it all together with model data. There's a little hint of some wintry stuff that will start out there, out ahead of this, but it will not likely work through the area. It gets a little warmer and a whole lot wetter with that low tracking in here, spreading rain all across Kentucky and keeping us on the waterlogged side. So that is where we end up with this overall outlook into next week. So there's kind of an early preview for it. I usually won't do one a week out like that, but this is a really big forecast. It's Christmas. So we'll start looking at it every single day from this point forward and just evaluating what the model data is showing. But it has been pretty consistent on that. Or at one time it was nothing, but the last several longer range runs we've had, mainly rain, my friends. So, it's a wet Christmas. Appreciate you stopping by, giving us a few minutes of your time here on WKYT's Facebook page and on our YouTube. We're going to be back on television here in about 30 minutes for WKYT News at noon. Have a wonderful rest of your day. See ya.